London, or is your position that irrespective of what happens in London, the EU's position doesn't change?
In the next couple of weeks, there'll be a new Prime Minister in the United Kingdom. Look forward to meeting him, look forward to hearing what he has to say. But there are a number of things which we've very much agreed, and this was the outcome of my discussion with Barnier and his task force today. First of all, is that there will be European unity, that negotiations can only happen between the UK and the EU. We're not going to allow negotiations to be moved to an intergovernment level in any way. That the withdrawal agreement is not going to be reopened, but we are willing to consider amendments to the joint political declaration, and if there is no withdrawal agreement, then there is no transition period for the United Kingdom.
So Taoiseach, was Boris Johnson just plain wrong when on Tuesday he said he could have an implementation period to look at the backstop after possible no-deal Brexit in October?
There's no withdrawal agreement without a backstop, and there is no implementation period without a withdrawal agreement.
Taoiseach, could you see a further extension, or was that discussed at your meeting this morning?
There's very much a strong view across the European Union that there shouldn't be any more extensions. While I have endless patience, some of my colleagues have lost patience, quite frankly, with the UK, and there's enormous hostility to any further extension. So I think an extension could really only happen if it were to facilitate something like a general election in the UK, or perhaps even something like a second referendum if they decided to have one. What won't be entertained is an extension for further negotiations or further indicative votes. That's the time for that is long since passed.
And a different time, different place perhaps, would you like to put yourself forward for some of the roles currently up for grabs in the EU?
No, not at all. I'm loving my job. Only getting started as far as I'm concerned, and I hope to be in it for a number of years yet.
The Taoiseach, one of the big roles obviously is the commissionership that is in the gift of the Taoiseach effectively. So it's coming towards crunch time now. Have you considered whether Phil Hogan would be an appropriate man to run for a second term?
Well, it's actually a decision for government rather than for the Taoiseach, but I guess I am head of government, so I'll have a big say in that. I'm not going to make that decision until we see who the President of the Commission, the President of the Council is, because there's a certain balance to be determined. Also a crucial thing, aside from the person who will be the next Commissioner for Ireland, is also what portfolio we hold, and I need to say we're going to want to have one that is one that's influential.
Taoiseach,